They were sharp, they were witty, and they had the vision. They lead from the outside. Their character, knowledge, and talent took football to heights that were never seen before. So brace yourselves, because today we've brought you the greatest managers in football history with our top nominees towards the end. Sportelligence has got you covered with the best quality content, but we would love to hear from you if you agree, so please leave a comment regarding your number one football manager. Let's begin with the guy who started as a physical education teacher in a school, now known as the Special One, as he claimed in a famous interview.
Call me arrogant because what I'm saying is true. I'm European champion, so I'm not one of the bottle. I think I'm a special one.
Jose Mourinho never stopped dreaming. He began his prolific journey as an interpreter for the famous football coach Sir Bobby Robson. This journey was training for years to come, and finally, in the year 2000, he joined Benfica. But later that year, Mourinho left and joined Porto in 2002. This was the turning point. He made a promise that Porto was going to be the champion under his lead. And geez, this man fulfilled that promise. He touched the skies with Porto, but this isn't the best part. He shocked the world when Porto won the 2003-04 Champions League. This guy was something else. He was in the headlines again when Chelsea decided to acquire his services. He gave a statement saying, "We have top players and, sorry if I'm arrogant, we have a top manager." See the resemblance in his statements. The Special One had 2 spells with Chelsea where he won 3 league titles, 1 FA Cup and 3 League Cups, after which he moved to Serie A where he won the Champions League with Inter Milan, Coppa Italia and Serie A, making a historic treble. After this, he moved to Real Madrid and said, "If you don't coach Real Madrid, then you will always have a gap in your career." Unsurprisingly, he won the La Liga title with the Spanish Giants, and at that time, he was simply a class apart. His teams were known for formidable tactics because, after all, they were managed by the Special One. But hang on, wait for our next manager, because he's even better. Carlo Ancelotti, one of the most successful managers of all time, the guy who nearly won everywhere in Europe. You could say he's too good, and at some points, he outclassed the GOAT, Sir Alex Ferguson. The Italian has been in the spotlight for the last 4 decades. He began as a midfielder, but stepped into management in 1995 before overtaking Nevio Scala at Parma in 1996. He rose to fame in 99 when he took over Juventus and won the 99 UEFA Intertoto Cup. But after being sacked from Juventus, he earned worldwide recognition at the San Siro. He inherited a trophyless AC Milan in 2001 and went on to turn the Rosserini into a force to be reckoned with in both Europe and Serie A. He stayed at the San Siro for 8 years, and during this time, he climbed up the ladder to become one of the most phenomenal managers in football. He was so incredible that he used brilliant players like Andre Pirlo and Paolo Maldini to win 2 Champions League trophies in 2003 and 2007, whilst also finishing runner-up to Liverpool in 2005. In the summer of 2009, he moved to Stamford Bridge, where he won 3 trophies, including the Premier League and the FA Cup. Domestically impressive, but honestly, the key highlight of his career was his success in the Champions League. In 2014, with frontline attackers like Ronaldo, Benzema and Gareth Bale, Don Carlo won his 3rd Champions League. But he still wasn't done with titles, so he moved to Bayern Munich and won the Bundesliga. And if that wasn't enough, he joined Real Madrid in 2022 and won his 4th Champions League title, becoming the most decorated manager in UEFA Champions League history. What more is there to say? But before moving on, I have one question for you all. Who do you think are the 2 greatest managers to take charge of an English football team? For me personally, it's pretty clear, Sir Alex and Arsene Wenger. Speaking of which, Arsene is next on our list today. He managed 3 other clubs during his phenomenal career, but as the name suggests, he'll forever be associated with Arsenal. When Arsene Wenger took over Arsenal, Manchester United was the most dominant club in England. They had won every Premier League title except one in 1994. Sir Alex was too good. However, in his first full season at Arsenal, Wenger pulled off what seemed to be the impossible, winning the league title with Arsenal. But he wasn't done there. In his first 7 seasons, he won the Premier League 2 more times, including the incredible Unbeatables in 2004. My goodness, not losing a single game in an entire season. It's unthinkable. During the same time, Wenger went on to win the FA Cup 4 times. That's a total of 7 trophies. Interestingly, in that same time period, United added 4 league titles to their 2 FA Cups for a total of 6 trophies. And suddenly, there was a battle for who was the top team in England. And unsurprisingly, many fingers pointed towards the Gunners, especially after Arsenal defeated United in the 2005 FA Cup final. Wenger was a man who let players make mistakes and learn from them, something for which he was both praised and criticised. Freddie Ljungberg once said, "Anyone who has been close to Arsene Wenger knows how much he likes to win. He is a gentleman, of course." The Frenchman always had an eye for young talent and wanted a young team. He found Van Persie, Cesc Fabregas and Samir Nasri, but after some success, this plan crumpled as the team remained trophyless for the next 9 seasons. But just when the fans had had enough, Arsene won the FA Cup in 2014 and repeated the same feat in 2015 and 2017, becoming a legend. Although he never won a Champions League, Arsene retired in 2018 after 2 decades, becoming the most successful manager in Arsenal's history. And you know who else can make history? Our YouTube channel, if you hit that subscribe button now. But seriously, as we get to the top 2, things are going to get crazy. The next man on our list is none other than the football genius and currently best coach in 2023, Pep Guardiola. Barcelona, Bayern Munich, Manchester City. With successful stints at 3 of Europe's biggest clubs and a remarkable ability to work closely with some of the world's biggest football stars, Pep's impact on football is borderline unbelievable. His journey as a manager began in 2006 when he retired as a player from Barcelona and took the role of the Barcelona B team. But his climb up the ranks was extremely fast as he got a promotion in just his 2nd season. And only a year later, Guardiola's dream came true as he landed the role of the manager of FC Barcelona. The team had one of the greatest squads in football history, with players like Messi, Puyol, David Villa, Xavi and Iniesta. In his first season as the first-team coach, he led Barcelona to an unprecedented treble and a total of 6 trophies in the 2009 season. We are talking about his first season, guys. Over the next 4 seasons, he accumulated 14 trophies. And with his team's take-the-ball, pass-the-ball philosophy, he annihilated Ferguson's Red Devils in the 2011 Champions League final. On this victory alone, Semra Hunter, a La Liga presenter, was quoted saying, "They were a machine, hardly any mistakes, and that really was a sign of what's to come from Pep's teams throughout his career." After this, Pep wanted a new challenge. He therefore moved to Germany, and his 3-year tenure in Bavaria was marked by tremendous success, with his team winning 7 trophies, including a domestic double in 2014. After Germany, his next stop was England and the Premier League. In 2016, he took over Manchester City, and with this move, he had his first trophyless season. An outrage, you might say, but no, he was quite simply setting the stage for something greater. His obsession with football and tactical brilliance changed the Premier League, and since 2016, Man City have won 5 Premier League titles in 6 seasons, including a record-breaking 100-point tally in 2018 and a historic treble in the 22-23 season. Wow! But just hold on a second. Pep still has a long way to go if he's going to compete with Sir Alex Ferguson. The one and only, which is why we kept him for last, but it's no real surprise. An era at the red half of Manchester, a managing career that made one man immortal. Sir Alex Ferguson was the greatest football manager to ever step on the side of a football pitch. It's been 10 years since his retirement, but the Red Devils still feel the vacuum. Sir Alex rose to fame after the wonders he achieved in Scotland with Aberdeen. The football club startled the world as they went on to win the 1983 Cup Winners' Cup after beating Bayern Munich in the semis and Real Madrid in the final. As he rose to fame, on November the 6th, 1986, he was appointed as the manager of Manchester United, and this was the start of something extraordinary. The first few years were rough. Sir Alex struggled, and there was even calls to sack him, but the club remained firm, and later on, this decision paid back handsomely as it began an era of unparalleled success. In his 26 years at Old Trafford, he won 38 trophies, including 13 Premier League titles, 5 FA Cups and 2 UEFA Champions League titles. He also ensured some of the finest footballers of their generation graced the pitch at Old Trafford, the likes of homegrown David Beckham, plus Cristiano Ronaldo and Wayne Rooney. His time with United was the golden era. This concluded at the end of the 2012-13 season when the GOAT retired from football after winning his final Premier League title. Well, our time for this video is up, but hey, don't worry. Did you agree with our list of the top football managers of all time? Is there anyone missing? Comment down below who you felt needed more credit or if there's a greater manager than Sir Alex Ferguson. And don't go too far. Check these videos out on our channel and we'll be back soon with more. So don't forget to like and subscribe to stay updated with all the latest football trends. Until next time, it's bye for now.